Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And give them 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third down. Tate completes it to Lee. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Tate. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes Grant on the return. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
They'll run the option right here on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Tate into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on second down. Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they give this time to the tailback. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 33 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line. 80.
Now Rosen looking deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Tate. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Running with Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. They run with Howard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on third down. Tate keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Shaq Lawson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Crunch. Hey, quarter.
And now it's Rosen looking. Pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Monday. Football's the mic. Right. Mike football. I'm coming for you. You mine. 44. Right.
To throw is Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
44. Mike.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Tate. The open man is Westbrook. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Here we go. AT data. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some speed. Check.
Off the play fake. Tate. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch the area. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 3rd and long. Tate. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a football.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now he'll tuck it in. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Howard. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a short one to Gesicki. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Tate. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. Ready. 55. Check 55. Mike.
Operating from the gun. Tate. That one complete. He finds Shark. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Miami. Give him 69 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They go with Howard again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and
3. They come out here in the eye. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 52.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, watch number 33. Alert. Mike 52, Mike 52. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 52. Too little, cut. Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert. Switch it.
Now it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I hope you got your legs, 'cause I'm about to take you to school.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Tate. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover for us, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Yeah, let's go second.
Throwing after the interception. Tate. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Going to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Tate got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Rosen to throw again. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Middle.
On 2nd and goal, Rosen. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Ware. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jags, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.